All right, welcome back, everyone. Buckle up, because today we are going deep into a contract that's been shaking things up across the whole sports world.
It's been a crazy week.
It really has. And of course, we're talking about Juan Soto's move to the New York Mets. This is not your everyday baseball deal, is it?
It's massive, not just for baseball fans, but like you said, the whole world of sports is talking about this.
Exactly. So we've got to unpack it, figure out why it's such a big deal, and we've got some great sources to help us do just that.
Yeah, we've got the financial breakdowns from places like, Reuters, CBS Sports, Talk Sport.
So you do.
But we're also going a bit deeper, behind the scenes with some stuff from the New York Post and the Sun.
Those are some good ones. So let's start with the basics, right? This contract is it's massive. $765 million.
It is.
Over 15 years. It's mind-boggling. Even bigger than guys like Lionel Messi.
Oh, yeah, no question.
So what is that kind of money? I mean, we're talking $51 million per year. What does that even mean in the world of baseball?
Well, think of it like this. The average MLB player, they're making, somewhere around $4.4 million.
Okay.
So Soto's making, what, like 10 times that? More?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Even compared to, the highest paid guys in baseball history, this is a huge jump.
It really shows how much the Mets want him. And they weren't the only ones.
No, not at all.
I mean, the Yankees were right there with them, something like $760 million.
Yeah, over 16 years, I think. But, having multiple teams offering that much...
Oh, for sure.
It gives Soto a ton of power when he's negotiating.
Yeah, that's right. This wasn't just the Mets throwing their money around.
No, they had to really work for him. And part of that was agreeing to, well, let's just say some pretty interesting terms.
Like what? Tell me more.
Okay, so one of the things that really stands out, this opt-out clause, after 2029. So basically, after 7 years, Soto can decide, hey, I want to be a free agent again.
So he could work away?
He could. And, maybe try to get an even better deal.
That's pretty smart. He's not really locked in for all 15 years then, is he?
Nope. Gives him a lot of flexibility down the line. Now, the Mets can try to counter if he opts out.
Right.
Potentially, raising his salary. They could get him up to $55 million a year for those remaining years. And get this.
Okay.
That would bump the total value of the contract up to $805 million.
Wow, that's hard to even imagine. But there's another thing, right? I think it's called a no-trade clause.
Right, a full no-trade clause.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Explain that to me. I'm not really a baseball expert. What does that even mean?
Basically, it means the Mets can't trade Soto to another team without his permission.
Oh, interesting. So he really has control over where he plays.
He does, yeah.
Yeah.
And to have that kind of control in such a long contract, that's not typical.
Shows how much they wanted him, for sure.
It does. So we've talked a lot about the money, right? But there's other stuff, too.
With perks, right?
Oh, yeah, the perks. The New York Post had all the details on that.
Yeah.
A luxury suite at every home game, plus 4 more, really good seats for his family.
Living the dream.
And, this is part of a trend we're seeing, I think, across all professional sports. Teams are realizing it's not just about the paycheck anymore.
It's the whole experience.
It is, yeah. Making things good for the players' families, understanding that, their life isn't just baseball.
Yeah, totally. It's like a whole package deal now. And don't forget about the security detail.
Oh, yeah.
That's not just for show, especially in a city like New York.
You're right. That's a real consideration.
It really highlights just how how much pressure there is on a guy like Soto. But all this, the money, the perks, it's got to have some impact on the Mets themselves, right?
Absolutely.
What does a contract like this mean for the team?
I mean, it's a big statement from the owner, Steve Cohen. He's basically saying we're going all in. We want to win championships.
No doubt about it.
But then there's the question of, could spending this much on one player, could it backfire?
How so?
Well, could it prevent them from, building a really strong team overall? Do they have enough money left for other good players?
Right, they need a whole team, not just one star.
Exactly. So it'll be interesting to see how they manage their payroll, make smart decisions about who else they bring in.
I think so. And, we can't ignore the whole New York thing. The Mets, they've always been kind of in the shadow of the Yankees, haven't they?
Oh, yeah, living in the shadow.
So could this be their chance to finally step out of that shadow and become, the top team in New York?
It could be. Getting a player like Soto definitely raises their profile, shows they're serious about winning.
It does. It's a big gamble, though.
It is, yeah. Only time will tell if it pays off. But we've been talking about the Mets side of this.
Right.
But there's another side to consider.
There is. Juan Soto, what did he have to say about all this?
Exactly. Because to really understand this deal...
Oh, for sure.
We have to look beyond just the money, right? We need to understand his motivations, why he chose the Mets.
I think we have some clues.
We do.
Both Reuters and The Sun, they quoted him talking about, wanting to build a dynasty and how much he liked the Mets' focus on family.
Those are great points.
What do you think those statements tell us about why he made this choice?
Well, it sounds like for him, it's not just about, the biggest paycheck.
Yeah.
He was looking for a team with the right culture, a place where he feels supported, where his family is happy, and a team that wants to win just as much as he does.
So it sounds like this deal is about way more than just the money.
It is, yeah. It's about ambition, legacy, and finding the right team, the right fit.
It really is. But we've got to ask, how does this deal impact the future of baseball itself? Could this change how players negotiate contracts going forward?
That's a great question. And you know what? That's exactly what we're going to explore in the next part of our deep dive.
You can't miss it. Stay with us.
Think about what we were talking about before the break. This whole idea that the contract is about more than just the money.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder, are we going to see a big shift now? Will more players, especially the big stars, start focusing on things like lifestyle? Like Soto did.
You mean like all those perks, the family suites, the security, all that?
Exactly. I mean, Soto really showed that players, especially at the top of their game, they have a lot of power to shape their careers.
No doubt about it. But the Mets, they're taking a big gamble here, too.
Oh, absolutely. It's a massive investment in one player.
But if he helps them win, if they win a World Series, maybe even a couple.
Oh, that would be huge.
It would make it all worth it. Not just the championships, but everything that comes with it. The merchandise, ticket sales, the whole thing.
Yeah, the Mets are thinking long-term here.
They are. Trying to build a brand, get those fans excited, create a dynasty.
And I think it shows that, the business side of sports,
It's huge.
it's really tied to the personal lives of these athletes now.
More than ever.
Yeah, it's not just about how they play on the field. It's about their whole life,
Oh.
their families, what they do off the field.
Their brands, their influencers. It's a whole different world.
It is. And teams, they're realizing that if they want the best players, they have to take care of all of that.
Make it a good place for them to be.
Right. But let's think about this from the fan's perspective. What does all this mean for the average person who's, not following every little detail of these negotiations?
Yeah, good point.
Well, it means the game's changing. How teams compete, how players negotiate, even just the experience of being a fan, it's all evolving.
And Soto's contract is like a perfect example of that.
It really is. So what's the takeaway here?
And that's a big question.
It is. But I think it shows that professional sports, it's becoming even more complex.
Definitely more competitive.
And this deal, it's not just about the athletic talent. It's about business, personal stuff, creating this whole package to get those top players.
Yeah. Makes you think, if you were in Soto's shoes, would you trade some salary for those guaranteed perks? More time with your family, that's security.
That's a tough one.
It is. Really depends on what matters to you most, right? The money or those other things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's a question that more and more athletes are going to have to think about.
It's the future. And that's what we try to do here, right? Dig deep into these issues.
Yeah, unpack them, understand what's really going on.
Help you make sense of it all.
Because it's not just about reporting the news, it's about understanding it. Connecting the dots, asking the tough questions.
So stick with us, because in the final part of this deep dive, we're going to look at how this contract could impact everything. The future of player negotiations, team strategies, even the whole future of Major League Baseball.
We're going to talk about the economics, the long-term consequences, everything. This deal could change the game forever.
All right, we're back and ready to wrap up our deep dive into Juan Soto's mega deal with the Mets. It's been quite a journey, hasn't it?
It has, from the crazy numbers to the perks. Who wouldn't want a luxury suite?
Right. But now we've got to look ahead, think about the bigger picture. What does this contract mean for the future of baseball itself?
Well, it could really change things. The way teams negotiate with their star players.
How so?
Well, we were just talking about those lifestyle elements, right? The family considerations, security details, all those perks. Teams might start focusing more on those things, not just the money.
So it's almost like instead of competing with each other on salary, they'll be competing on who can offer the best lifestyle package.
Exactly. Like an arms race, but with luxury suites instead of weapons.
I love that analogy. But, not every team has unlimited money.
That's true. And that's where things could get interesting. Can those smaller market teams, the ones with tighter budgets, Can they keep up?
If those mega contracts with all the bells and whistles become the norm, it could create a bigger gap between the teams that have the resources and those that don't.
It's a real concern. And what about the players themselves?
What do you mean?
Well, they're getting more and more power in these negotiations.
Hmm.
They're demanding more control over their careers, their lives. Could that lead to, more players switching teams, more contract disputes?
So it's not just about the money anymore. It's about control, flexibility, being able to choose your own path.
Exactly. Players aren't just athletes, they're brands, they have families, they have lives outside of baseball. And that's starting to show in how these contracts are put together.
It's fascinating, really. But what about the fans? How does all this affect them?
Well, that's a good question. Teams need to make money, right? Yeah, to cover these huge contracts. So we might see ticket prices going up.
Yeah, that's a worry. And will there be more pressure on teams to win, even if it means making decisions that aren't good in the long run?
That's a possibility. They might try to get those quick wins to please the fans, to justify spending so much money on one player.
It's a balancing act, isn't it?
It is. Teams need those star players. They need to attract fans, but they also need to be smart about their money. Think about the future of the franchise.
It's a lot to juggle.
It is. But the Juan Soto contract, it's more than just a contract. It's like it's starting a whole new conversation about the future of professional sports.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
It's making us rethink how we value athletes, how we build teams, how we balance the needs of everyone involved. The owners, the players, and of course the fans.
It really is a turning point for baseball, isn't it?
It is, and it's a reminder that this world, the world of sports, it's always changing, always evolving. You never know what's going to happen next.
That's why we love it, right? The excitement, the drama, the big moments.
Exactly. So thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you've learned something new, gained some new perspectives on the world of sports.
And we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on this whole Juan Soto deal? What do you think the future holds for baseball? Let us know. And until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep those critical thinking caps on.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.